and welcome back to GK Today. I am Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started.
Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. Sorry I was not well yesterday. That's why I was unable to take the class. But nothing to worry about because today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs from both the days. That means from 20th of December as well as 21st of December. So today the session would be little long and also there would not be any revision session at the last because the number of questions are obviously more. So first of all we have to cover the current affairs from both the days and then from tomorrow we'll continue our revision session. Okay. So let's start. Which city is the host of the India Water Impact Summit 2022? So Union Minister for Jal Shakti, Mr. Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, recently inaugurated the 7th edition of the India Water Impact Summit, where? At New Delhi. Okay, and this year the theme for this event was restoration and conservation of small rivers in a large basin. Okay, and the focus was on the select aspects of mapping and convergence of 5 P's basically. Okay, and what are these 5 P's? People, policy, plan, program and the project. Fine. So 2 things are important. The host of India Water Impact Summit is New Delhi and the theme for this summit was restoration and conservation of small rivers in a large basin. Okay. Next question says, Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud inaugurated the 10 district court digitization hubs in which particular state? So the Chief Justice of India virtually inaugurated 10 district court digitization hubs in the state of Odisha. And with this, a total of 15 digitization hubs have now become functional in the state and it covers all the 30 district courts. So initially, 4 district court digitization centers were set up on a pilot basis at which places? In Cuttack, Ganjam, Sambalpur and Balasore. Okay, and later on the rest 6 digitization hubs have also been inaugurated. So correct answer would be Odisha state. Next is, what is the new name of the New Delhi International Arbitration Center? So recently Parliament has passed the New Delhi International Arbitration Center Amendment Bill 2022 and now the bill amends the New Delhi International Arbitration Center Act 2019 and renames the New Delhi International Arbitration Center as the India International Arbitration Center. Okay, so this act basically requires the arbitration center to facilitate the conduct of international and domestic arbitration and conciliation. And now the new legislation expands this to include the other forms of alternative dispute resolution. Fine. So only thing you can be asked is, what is the new name of New Delhi International Arbitration Center? So only New Delhi would be replaced with India. Fine. Next question says, which institution topped the grievance redressal index in the month of November for the 4th month in a row? So UIDAI, full form is the Unique Identification Authority of India, recently topped the grievance redressal index that is published by Department of Administrative Reforms and the Public Grievances. So by topping the index in the month of November, now UIDAI has topped the report for 4 months in a row among all Group A ministries, departments and autonomous bodies for the resolution of public grievances. And also you have to remember that UIDAI has recently launched an artificial intelligence and machine learning based chatbot, the name of which is Aadhaar Mitra. Okay. So if you're asked that Aadhaar Mitra is an artificial chatbot of which particular institution, so answer would be UIDAI. Fine. And also it has topped the grievance redressal index, which is published by Department of Administrative Reforms and the Public Grievances. Next is Indo-Kazakhstan Joint Military Exercise named as KazInd 2022 is organized at which Indian state? So recently it commenced at Umroi in the state of Meghalaya. Okay, and this was the 6th edition of the exercise, and the Kazakhstan army soldiers comprising of the troops from the regional command, South and Indian Army soldiers from the 11 Gorkha Rifles will participate in the exercise. So two things are important. KazInd is the exercise between India and Kazakhstan, right? And the venue for this year's exercise is Meghalaya. Okay. Next is Rat Se Karpo apricot is a GI tag product of which Indian state or the Union Territory. So 9 new items from various states of India have been given the GI tag recently, and for example this includes the gamosa from the state of Assam. Then there is tandoor red gram of the state Telangana. Then there is Rakse carbo apricot of Ladakh and Alibag white onion from the state of Maharashtra. Okay. So with this, the total number of GI tags in India comes to 432, and the top 3 states with the maximum number of GI products are Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Uttar Pradesh. Okay. So Rakse Karpo apricot is a GI tag product from Ladakh. Also you have to remember these one. Gamosa is from Assam, Tandoor red gram is from Telangana and Alibag white onion is from Maharashtra. Okay. Now apart from it, the Kozhikode District Tourism Promotion Council of the state of Kerala has recently applied for a GI tag for the famous Bepor Uru. It is a kind of boat. Okay, and it is a kind of wooden ship, or you can say a sailing vessel, that is handicrafted by skilled artisans and the carpenters in Kerala. And these boats are a symbol of Kerala's trade relations and the friendship with the Gulf countries. Okay, so you can be asked that Bepur Uru is a flagship product of which particular state? So answer would be Kerala. Fine. Next is, as per a recent report, what is the total number of digital transacting users in India as of 2022? So according to a new report, India currently has around 350 million online transacting users across e-commerce, shipping, travel and hospitality and OTT. Okay, and there are about 40 to 45 million mature users who spend a significant share of their wallet online. And also the report estimates that these mature users would account for $400 billion online spending by the year 2030. And with 780 million, India is home to the second largest internet user base in the world. Fine. So here correct answer would be 350 million. Now there is one more figure that you have to remember. Recently, Asian Development Bank has kept its outlook for India's growth unchanged at 7% for the current fiscal year, that is financial year 23. And for 2023 to 24, the GDP growth has been kept unchanged at 7.2%, and the inflation in India is still expected to rise by 6.7% in 2022 to 23 before falling back to 5.8%. Okay. So basically ADB has forecasted Asia to expand 4.2% this year. So if you're asked that what is the forecast of India's economic growth for financial year 23 as per the Asian Development Bank, so answer would be 7%. Next question is, which union ministry implements the faster adoption and manufacturing of electric vehicles, that is FAME? So Ministry of Heavy Industries recently stated that under phase 2 of FAME India scheme, 1000 crore rupees is allocated for the development of charging infrastructure. Okay, and the full form of FAME is faster adoption and manufacturing of electric vehicles. So Ministry has basically sanctioned 2,877 electric vehicle charging stations in total 68 cities across 25 states and union territories. And also it has sanctioned 520 charging stations for developing the charging infrastructure under phase 1 of FAME India scheme. Okay, so since FAME was in news, so you can be asked about its ministry. So answer would be Ministry of Heavy Industries. Next is, UK, France and UAE extended the support for which country's permanent membership at United Nations Security Council? So UK, France and UAE have extended their support for India's permanent membership at the UNSC. So India is holding the presidency of United Nations Security Council for the month of December 2022, as we know, and UK supported new permanent seats for Brazil, Germany, India and Japan. And talking about UNSC, it is the global body for maintaining international peace and security, right? Now apart from it, recently G7 has approved $15.5 billion deal to provide Vietnam to help the country move faster from the coal power to renewable energy. Okay, and G7 economies said that the aim is to help Vietnam to reduce its emission to net zero by the year 2050. So you can be asked that G7 has approved $15.5 billion deal with which country to help tackle climate damaging pollution. So answer would be Vietnam country. Next is, which country has passed a law banning the cigarettes for future generations? So recently New Zealand has passed a law that bans the cigarettes for future generations in the country, and it is considered as an attempt to bring in a tobacco ban from next year. Okay, so according to this new law that has been passed by the parliament, anyone born after 2008 will never be able to buy cigarettes or tobacco product in the country, and legislation will also reduce the amount of nicotine that is allowed in smoked tobacco product and cut the number of retailers to sell tobacco by 90%. Fine. So this country is New Zealand, which has actually passed the law to ban the cigarettes for future generations. So these were the current affairs for 20th of December, and now from here we'll come to 21st of December. First question is, Youth Co-Lab Youth Innovation Movement is an initiative of Atal Innovation Mission and which particular institution? So the 5th edition of Youth Co-Lab, which is the Asia Pacific's largest youth innovation movement, was recently launched by the Atal Innovation Mission, Niti Aayog and the UNDP India. Okay, so it is an initiative that was launched in 2019 by United Nations Development Programme India in partnership with Atal Innovation Mission, Niti Aayog. Fine. And the aim is to establish a common agenda for Asia Pacific countries to empower the youth so as to accelerate the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals through leadership, social innovation and entrepreneurship. Fine. So correct answer would be United Nations Development Programme. Now there is one more initiative that is in news these days. What is that? Namami Gange. Okay. So this initiative was recognized during the 15th Conference of Parties, that is COP15, to the Convention on Biodiversity in Montreal, Canada on the World Restoration Day. Okay, and this initiative, which aims to rejuvenate the river Ganga, was recognized as one of the top 10 world restoration flagships that is aimed at reviving the natural world. And the initiatives were selected under the United Nations Decade on Ecosystem Restoration. Fine. So if you are asked that which Indian initiative has been recognized by COP15 to the Convention on Biodiversity, so answer would be Namami Gange. Next is, what is the new name of Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Ko Kaam Karyakram? Actually, Ministry of Minority Affairs Smriti Irani recently informed that Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Ko Kaam Karyakram has now been renamed as Pradhan Mantri Virasat Ka Samvardhan Scheme. Okay, and this is written as PM Vikas. Okay, so this integrated scheme merges 5 types of schemes of the ministry. First is Sikho or Kamao, then second is Ustad, then third is Hamari Dharohar, after that fourth is Nai Roshni, and the fifth is Nai Manzil. Okay, so this scheme has been approved by the cabinet for the period of 15th Finance Commission. So here correct answer would be Pradhan Mantri Virasat Se Samvardhan, that is PM Vikas. Now apart from it, recently the Reliance Consumer Product, which is the fully owned subsidiary of Reliance Retail Ventures, has launched the FMCG brand named as Independence. Okay, and Reliance Consumer Product announced the launch of homegrown consumer packaged goods brand in the state of Gujarat, and now the company's new brand will compete with the likes of Tata Consumer Product, Adani Wilmar and ITC Limited. So if you are asked that what is the brand name of FMCG product introduced by Reliance, so answer would be Independence. Next is, which company became the official partner of FIH Odisha Hockey Men's World Cup 2023? So Tata Steel Limited recently signed a memorandum of understanding with Hockey India to become the official partner of FIH Odisha Hockey Men's World Cup 2023, and this is the 15th edition of the top tournament for men, and it will take place in Bhubaneswar and Rourkela during 2023. Fine. So two things are important. First of all, which company is the official partner of this World Cup? So answer would be Tata Steel, and you can also be asked that which state is the host for this World Cup. So answer would be Odisha state. Next is, Surya Kiran is a joint training exercise conducted between India and which other country? So the 16th edition of Indo-Nepal joint training exercise named as Surya Kiran commenced at Nepal Army Battle School. It is the exercise between India and Nepal, right? So Surya Kiran is conducted annually, and last year the 15th India-Nepal Surya Kiran military training exercise took place in Pithoragarh in the state of Uttarakhand. So answer would be Nepal. You do not need to remember this one. Only thing you have to remember is Surya Kiran is the exercise between India and Nepal, and this year the venue is Nepal. Fine. Next is, which institution won 9 National Energy Conservation Awards for the year 2022? So President of India Draupadi Murmu presented the National Energy Conservation Awards, National Energy Efficiency Innovation Awards on the occasion of National Energy Conservation Day. You have to mention in the comments when do we observe this day. And Indian Railways were presented with 9 National Energy Conservation Awards for the year 2022 by the Bureau of Energy Efficiency, which works under the aegis of Ministry of Power, right? Also you have to remember that Kachegoda station and Guntakal railway station of South Central Railways received the first and the second prize for energy conservation measures. Fine. So these two stations are also important. Correct answer is Indian Railways. Now, as we know that Swadesh Darshan scheme is a flagship initiative of Ministry of Tourism, and the aim of which is to promote and develop the tourism in India, right? So ecotourism has been recently identified as one of the 15 thematic circuits under Swadesh Darshan scheme. Why? To promote the ecotourism in the country. Okay, so you can be asked that Swadesh Darshan scheme is implemented by which union ministry? So answer would be Ministry of Tourism. Next is India successfully carried out the trials of which nuclear capable ballistic missile? So recently India has successfully carried out the night trials of Agni 5 nuclear capable ballistic missile amid the tensions with China over the clashes along the border in the state of Arunachal Pradesh. And this nuclear capable ballistic missile was fired from Abdul Kalam Island of the coast of Odisha. And this is the 9th flight of Agni 5. Okay, so correct answer would be Agni 5. And now you have to mention in the comments that Agni series are the ballistic missiles that have been developed by which particular institution. Now, apart from it, India has received all the 36 Rafale aircraft from the country France, with the last aircraft landing in the country recently. So as we know that India and France signed the intergovernment agreement in the year 2016, under which France agreed to provide 36 Rafale fighter jets at a cost of around 60,000 crore rupees to India. Fine. So you can be asked that India has bought the Rafale aircraft from which country? So answer would be France. Next is, as per the recent data, what is the amount spent on advertisements of its policies and the programs over the last 5 years? So Ministry of Information and Broadcasting recently said that the government has spent a total of 3,723 crore rupees on advertisement of its policies and programs over the past 5 years through the Central Bureau of Communication, Rajya Sabha. Fine. So 1,220 crore rupees was spent on advertisements in 2017 to 18, while an expenditure of 1,106 crore rupees was incurred in 2018 to 19, then 627 crore rupees in 2019 to 2020, 349 crore rupees in 2020 to 21, and 264 crore rupees in 2021 to 22. So in the current financial year, the government has spent 154 crore rupees on the advertisement till December. Fine. So here correct answer would be 3723 crore rupees, and this data is not at all relevant. So only thing you have to remember is the amount that has been spent on the advertisement by the government for its policies and the programs over the last 5 years is 3723 crore rupees. Next is, which country recently imposed new sanctions on Russia's financial sector? So US has recently imposed a new round of financial penalties on the people and entities involved in the Russia's financial sector. And the targets include one of the country's richest man, Vladimir's family, and a commercial bank that he acquired recently. So sanctions were imposed on more than 40 people who are linked to the Russian financial sector and the 17 subsidiaries of VTB Bank, which is the Russia's second largest bank. Fine. So this country is USA. Next is, which Indian player won the $10,000 Julius Baer Challenger Championship in Tel Aviv? So Indian ace chess player R. Pragnanandha recently won this $10,000 Julius Baer Challenger Championship in Tel Aviv, and he clinched this victory over fellow Tamil Nadu Grandmaster V. Pranav in the summit clash. And finally, Pragnanandha was the winner of the 2021 Challenger Tour and V Pranav was the 2022 Challenger Tour champion, right? So correct answer would be Pragnantha R. And now you have to mention in the comments that V Pranav is which number of Grandmaster of India. Now last question says, who were crowned as the ITF World Champions for the year 2022? So Rafael Nadal was crowned as the ITF World Champion for the 5th time in his career according to the International Tennis Federation, and Iga Swiatek won the Women's Awards. Okay, and also she was named as WTA Player of the Year. So here correct answer would be Rafael Nadal and Iga Swiatek. Fine. You have to mention in the comments that from which countries they belong to. Do let me know in the comments. So these are the most important questions from both the days. And now from tomorrow we'll proceed the same way as we used to do it earlier. Fine. Means we'll include our revision section as well. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. And please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minu Satsana signing off.